The scripture readings for this fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time truly offers us a lot to reflect on and to think about. You see, today's readings tell us about two characters in particular all of us are familiar with. They are the two patron saints of Rome, St. Paul and St. Peter. And as we read the second reading, what we see is St. Paul talking about his own personal life, his own conversion, his own encounter with Christ, and how that changed his life. And as you can see, his personal encounter with Christ on his way from Jerusalem to Damascus changed his life, St. Paul that is. And after that, he went around and he preached the gospel everywhere. That's St. Paul. How about St. Peter? You see, the story in the gospel reading today is very beautiful. You have the disciples, Peter and the others, who go about their everyday business. And keep in mind, Peter was a fisherman. And he went fishing all night and he caught nothing. Found nothing. And so, they were pulling up their boats. They were getting ready to call it a day. But then Jesus says, throw your net on the other side. And that changed everything for Peter. He recognized who Jesus is. And then Jesus gives him the invitation, come follow me. Right? And you will be fishers of men. Today's scripture reading is about God's call, God's vocation. And as we listen to these individuals, we look at their lives, how at times they face challenges and struggles. St. Paul definitely, he persecuted Christians. St. Peter, his own weaknesses. But God's grace helped him to become who he is. But you see, God's call doesn't end with just Peter or Paul. God's call continues today. God calls every one of us to holiness. How do we live our life today in holiness? Yes, there are challenges. Yes, there are difficulties. Yeah, we face all sorts of problems in our lives. But God invites us to listen to his voice, to do his will. And no matter what our past, God realizes, he knows who we are. And yet he still loves us. And he still invites us to go and to live out our faith and to proclaim that message of our faith to others. This Sunday, Christ's message to us is clear. He also calls us to discipleship. He also calls us to come and to follow. How do you respond?